It's been about 18 months since the release of the sim. We've seen great progress going during this time. 7 world updates plus sim updates that have different aspects being addressed piece by piece, improving the simulation experience. Now, partnerships are one thing to consider when it comes to success, and without it, it's really hard to define a completion. Ladies and gentlemen, if it has to be one partner who can go to different lengths in supporting our sim, it has to be from the house of ORBX. The Australian team who featured a number of add-ons from airports, landmarks, mist terrains, as well as aircraft, they really don't need an introduction by now. By the way, we usually cover the latest on the sim, so hit that subscribe button for future releases. We had the recent world update, and that's the best so far from the team as they share it. Now, a major portion of this update was supported by ORBX. 2021 was a year of success to the team. High level speaking, 18 airports, starting from the Scope International to Stapleford, Alaska's Ketchikan Airport, going all the way to the Essendon Airport, has been a good journey. If you haven't checked the Essendon Airport yet, you ought to. A major Australian airport with plenty of features dialed in. Now, along with 18 airports came in 10 cities as well. From Paris, Singapore, Brisbane, reaching the shores of Mumbai all the way to Auckland. And not just to Microsoft Flight Simulator, other platforms have greatly benefited as well, which include X-Plane 11 and Prepare 3D. There are many things that can happen on the background during world updates, which we really don't get a clear picture. Right after every world update, most of the products in ORBX see updates. This can happen mainly to see how compatible add-ons can be over updates on photogrammetry or any other areas where the sim have seen changes. Now the question would be what to expect going forward in 2022. Are we gonna have more fun? Absolutely. Prague for one has seen a good start for the year, being the first airport which is right now being previewed, by the way. Landmarks that can touch the region of Panama Canal, which has its progress of completion. Exciting features are to be included on this pack, and it's soon to come. What else is on the roadmap? Mist terrains to see some major updates which address regions of New Zealand as well as the Auckland city maps. Now, LiDAR was something the team had announced last year. It appears that the promise is finally going to be delivered on this update, meaning high-resolution LiDAR data to the region of New Zealand. This is truly exciting news, and especially for VR users who can see things more clearly on how changes can appear with that LiDAR data. There have been delays here and there to a few projects, and this can happen due to various factors the team might face. But still, in the case of OpenLC Asia, there are no firm dates yet, but hopefully soon. Now, talking aircraft, we should expect several names and models to roll out. A swag of aircraft, by the way. Roadblocks can happen here and there, and it's quite related to sim updates compatibility and how complex changes can go in. It usually pushes back release times. Now, with the Fokker F7 that came in right during the Australian World Update, things could have been much better at the start. The team is well aware of how more they can improve the model, plus working on an update to bring in more fixes going in. Another question would be, would the current list of airports be enough for this year? Not really, we have a lot more. Yes. The Stockholm Arlanda Airport is in works here. A heavy development project with the way things are going in, looking at the screenshots, showcases new modeling textures, and the manner the team have gone to greater lengths, consulting with airport management teams, getting rare access. I mean, look at the detail on the high loader on this one. It's not fiction here, guys, working on airport areas. They've tried their best connecting with the right sources on local airports where it's needed and spending several days with them, plus getting lots of references to support it. That really makes it interesting to see the level of commitment here. Imagine yourself visiting this airport in real life and you get to see these things in action. Now that would be convincing, Look at the screenshot here. Now this isn't a picture, by the way, it's a 3D model, Just look at the details. Now, Finn Hansen is a team member for ORBX. He's led several major projects here, and if you hear the word Finn Hansen, expect another ounce of realism here. And looking at the screenshots here, it looks very authentic, true to almost being a picture rather, and with these few screenshots of impressive hangar doors can really give us an idea of how the quality could be. Another project to set our eyes would be Finn Hansen's Oslo Airport, a Norwegian airport set as a major hub, and with the current progress, the plans are to be in release during the middle of this year. It's definitely impressive. Now, Italy's Bolzano Airport, LIPP in short, is on the way as well. The gateway to Dolomites. One of the things I really enjoy at ORBX sceneries are interiors at airports. If you've observed most of my videos where at times interiors are showcased, they have to be ORBX, at least for the most part. Now, speaking of Italy, would this be covered by the World Update? There's no news on that though. Let's really hope on that. Usually when more add-ons are getting released on a particular region can really mean something, but for the region of Italy, we don't see that yet. So hopefully in the future though. On the interior modeling aspect, yet another great interior we can see here at the Podgorica Airport. Another addition to the Balkan Peninsula destinations. It's great to see airports complete, because at times when you browse through the free cameras at the sim, it really isn't complete, and this really makes it interesting to see the interiors as well. One of the things that really matters to ORBX is how more can they deliver. A good balance between performance and quality has been their game. Even with those beautiful interiors, there isn't really much hampering in the performance if you observe. Now, in addition to that, numerous updates go in over time to airports, making it very interesting with more finer details and something to note. A good example would be the Skiathos Airport, a success factor paved in right after the release, plus the Burbank Airport where the devs are working with a far newer version, reworked on textures, models, ground poly, and felt it was rather necessary. The Launceston Airport is here. This is another planned release for the year with Ken Hall and his team working on this. This is an Australian regional airport by the way, it's been on other platforms, and with a couple of screenshots they look quite convincing. Moving to neighbouring New Zealand, the Invercargill Airport would be another lovely addition aligned to the roadmap this year. I'm very excited about New Zealand's mesh with the LiDAR data guys, it's gonna be so much more fun on VR. And if you're wondering if there's any difference between free airports offered during every world update from the ones at ORBX's spareware, there most certainly is. There's a world of difference here and the team have been vocal about this. There could be more projects as well, and let's really hope ORBX can meet every corner of the world. A little more of Europe maybe, Asia, the Caribbean, and perhaps some landscapes to cover until we get more world updates, hopefully covering the whole world. It all depends on the bandwidth the team can handle as for now. Now Anna and her team have their hands full for this year, plus supporting other platforms which include X-Plane 11 and Prepare 3D. By the way, if you're wondering what this airport could be, it's Prague International Airport. Located at the capital city of Czech Republic, also known as the City of 100 Spires. One of the largest in Europe and ever since 1937, it's gone through several iterations of course. 21 custom POIs are a part of this pack, which includes 90 square kilometers of custom auto imagery. It's definitely going to be good for VFR flying around the airport for sure. Hopefully you like this video guys, there's so much more coming in, especially from the House of ORBX. That's definitely a promise from the team. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing guys, we're gonna have a lot more content. Until next time, do take care and happy flying folks.